الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
لا أحمده وأستعينه وأستغفره وأستهديه وأعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله صفوة الخلق وخليله اللهم يا رب صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما ثم أما بعد. Dear brothers and sisters, I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who provided us from his all blessings subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who gave us the opportunity to come to this masjid and establish our prayers and join this Friday, this blessed Friday, which is actually a measure that distinguishes between the true believers and the hypocrites. Because the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam has told us that those who miss consecutive Fridays, that actually takes them to be vulnerable for nifaq and hypocrisy. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us stay away from all those major sins, Allahumma ameen. Brothers and sisters, as we are getting closer to the election, which is going to be tomorrow and after tomorrow, for the new shura members, inshallah, who are going to take a leadership of this masjid, I have some messages that I would like to say to everyone. To myself first, to the new shura who will be elected, inshallah, to the ones who will be electing them, and in general for this PGMA community. May Allah bless everyone here, Allahumma ameen. The very first thing is that I want to remind everyone about this ayah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about Musa alayhi salatu wassalam. When Musa left his city out of fear of the Pharaoh killing him, and he went to a place called Midian, the city of Midian, which wallahu alam is close to the Red Sea from the Arab Peninsula side. He went there, and as we know that he was trying to get into a place where he can stay temporarily and also work for living and do some stuff that would give him the strength to continue with his da'wah. And as he was trying to find that place, the note came from one of the daughters that he has helped to her father saying, oh my dad, hire him, recruit him, for the best person you may recruit or you may hire is the qawi and amin. The qawi means the one who has the strength, competence in the matter or in the area that he will be working on, and al-amin, the one who has honesty and trustworthiness in that in doing and accomplishing the tasks that are assigned to him. So those two criteria are really the criteria that we have to always use to gauge and the ability of others to really take into their own shoulders the responsibility of leading the masjid or any other leadership position. So they are strength, competence, and honesty and trustworthiness. Those are the very two criteria that we have been asked to always use in judging others for any position that they are going for. And I ask myself and everyone here to have those into consideration. Whoever you believe will be doing a better job with competence, with strength, with relevance, with trustworthiness, and with honesty, then those are the ones that we want to push for, inshallah. I want to say that alhamdulillah, I would say that whoever has been there, inshallah, they have khair in them, they have good intention, so there's no doubt about that. But yes, we have 12 candidates and we have 7 positions, and I think everyone's job is to choose from those 12 the ones who can fit, the 7 ones who can fit with those 2 criteria, inshallah. That's a responsibility. And brothers and sisters, anything beyond those 2 criteria would become more of personal gain. And that's the thing that we are supposed to stay away from. It's not about who you like. It's not about the one that you socialize better with. It's not about the ones that you have some maybe interest or some business or some other things with them. It is more about the ones who will be serving this community with competence, with strength, with honesty and trustworthiness. Brothers and sisters, that's the first message to every one of us, everyone who is eligible to vote, inshallah. I'm not one of them, to be for the record. And I will never be one of them, for the record. However, there is another message for those who will be, inshallah, on the board, the 7 that will be elected, inshallah, tomorrow and after tomorrow. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, مَا مِنْ عَبْدٍ يَسْتَرْعِيهِ اللَّهُ رَعِيَّةً ثُمَّ لَمْ يُحِطْهَا بِنَصِيحَةٍ إِلَّا حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ الْجَنَّةِ. That there is no person, there is no servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestow a responsibility on his or her shoulder. And he or she wouldn't give their ultimate care to that responsibility except that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make Jannah forbidden for them. Which means that any position with responsibility is not going to be a privilege. Is not a personal gain thing. It's not an opportunity for someone to really gain out of it. It is a responsibility that everyone will be asked about in the Day of Judgment. So brothers and sisters, whether you are part of those 7 or or you are part of any other position at which you have responsibility of other people, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And think very seriously about that, because you will be in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the day of judgment, and you will be asked about everything that you have done and everything that you have missed, any goodness that you have missed and any wrongdoing that you have done. And brothers and sisters, it doesn't go as easy as people might think. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in the Quran, وَقَالُوا مَا لِهَذَا الْكِتَابِ لَا يُغَادِرُ صَغِيرَةً وَلَا كَبِيرَةً إِلَّا أَحْصَاهَا وَوَجَدُوا مَا عَمِلُوا حَاضِرًا وَلَا يَظْلِمُ رَبُّكَ أَحَدًا. And which means that the people on the day of judgment will say, wow, how much this book, which is the record that has all the activities that people have done in their dunya, they will be all wondering and amazed, and will be also very concerned about how much this book is actually very comprehensive in the way that it articulates through every single matter, whether it is a small or big, whether it is tiny or large, whatever size of it, it will be in that record, and it will be very detailed in there, and the person will be responsible and will be liable for it in the day of judgment. So brothers and sisters, this is not a privileged position. This is a responsibility, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask us about it. Those of us who are not able, who are not capable of doing it, we should withdraw. We should we should let others do it. And brothers and sisters, I want to give you just a practical example of what that means, even from the time of Sahaba. You know, one of the Tabi'een has mentioned, I have witnessed 70 of the Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I have seen 70 of the Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Every single one of them would try to stay away from giving fatwa or from answering questions, and would let others do it on behalf of him. Why? Because none of them would like to take the responsibility of really giving others fatwa when they think that there are others who can do a better job. And you know how much Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam has said, "Man katama ilman uljima bilijam min nar, or aljamahu Allah bilijam min nar." Whoever hide knowledge, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will punish him with hellfire, with a blazing hellfire. But yet they will be trying to avoid any chance of taking responsibility when they know that others might be as capable or more capable than them in doing the same job. And that is actually one example of hundreds and thousands of examples that we would see in the history of Islam on what it means really for people to avoid getting into a responsibility position because they fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they will be very, very much worried about how they may be conducting their role in that position, and whether others can do a better job or not. Brothers and sisters, with that said, there has been couple of asks and talks about an imam position and the role of having an imam and all that stuff. And I want to say that this community has been going through a very challenging time. We all know that. It's very sad. It's very true. Unfortunately, there has been a lot of issues, concerns, and it actually moved the community into a very unpleasant position. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive all of us, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us wisdom and patience so that we can move forward, inshaAllah, without any of those shaitanic behavior and any of those misguided plans. Brothers and sisters, I want to address that, but before, let me just talk about how people look at imam or the position of an imam here and perhaps most of the other masajid that we know about. Brothers and sisters, in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu he sallallahu was the imam, yes. In the time of Abu Bakr was the imam. Umar was the imam. Yes, there are other places beside the city of Medina where there were other imams as well. And the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam has made a condition of who the imam should be: the one who memorized Quran the most, the one who understands Quran the most, the one who memorized Sunnah the most, the one who understands Sunnah the most and implement and act upon the Quran and the Sunnah. And well, this is not a fiqh class, but I want to say that imam in Arabic, and it's in its true sense in Sharia, means the one who leads, the one who can lead with guidance. That's what imam means. And that's why we say Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Al-Shafi'i, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. They were not just leaders on prayers, they were leaders in every aspect in life. They were leaders by being a role model. They were leaders by their vision. They were leaders by giving their guidance, by distributing knowledge, by caring about others, by being open to everyone, by just giving themselves to everyone in service. That's what the term imam means in its true sense. Brothers and sisters, it's very sad that we hear now and we see that many people think about an imam as an employee who needs to adhere to the conditions and the terms and the requirements and the job description that they have put for, and then they will pay him by the end of the month a check just to do his livings. Brothers and sisters, this is exactly against the purpose of an imam. Imam really is a person who is supposed to be a leader, who is supposed to be someone who can guide the community without fearing that his paycheck will be cut at the end of the month. A person whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given vision, whom Allah has given wisdom, a person who can really lead without being influenced by any pressure from here or there. Brothers and sisters, people think that if you hire an imam, then you will get a magic stick that will change everything in a blink of an eye. And that's a true myth. There's never been anything like that. Even at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it took people years to change. Brothers and sisters, we have to understand that the role of an imam does not mean changing people. The role of an imam is to help people change, and people have to change themselves. Brothers and sisters, nothing can happen in a blink of an eye, and nothing can happen without patience, and nothing can happen without joint cooperation between the community and the imam himself. The other myth, brothers and sisters, the other problem that I see as well is that the imam is seen as someone who can do anything. He is the person who will lead the prayer. He is the one who will teach our kids Quran. He is the one who will be doing the marriage counseling. If there is a dispute, he is the one who to be referred. Brothers and sisters, no one can do that. And in fact, this reflects a misunderstanding of what these roles are. Like if you really care about marriage counseling, you need a marriage counselor. You don't need an imam. You really need someone who is specialized in marriage counseling. Of course, you need someone who understands Islam and has some good understanding of the rulings. But the main focus area is marriage counseling. It's not really someone who studied Sharia. If you need someone who gets into judgment and dispute mitigation and all that stuff, you need someone who really studied judgment, who has been like a judge, who has maybe studied law. If you need someone to really just teach Quran for the kids, you need someone who specializes in this. The imam job is not to teach kids Quran. Maybe he can facilitate that. Maybe he can create a plan and program for that, but not physically himself to do this job, because there would be much better people to do it. People who can deal with kids, people who can get the kids to be more interested in stuff. And that's why, unfortunately, many of our kids' programs, when they are running in this way, without really bringing the more specialized people in kids' education and all that stuff, most of our kids find those programs very boring and for nonsense. Brothers and sisters, we have to understand that in reality, if you want to really give any role or any position, if you want to assign the best person for that position, then you need to understand that you have to get a specialized person in it. And in today's time, we have so many silos, we have so many different areas that we really need to think very seriously about how we choose people for. Brothers and sisters, an imam could be a glue that really sticks things together. That's true, that's absolutely true. And we always understand that having a devoted imam and a person who is like doing full-time and all that, this is very good, this is perfect, if we can have it. But brothers and sisters, we have to understand again and again and again that this cannot be a magic stick, and the imam cannot fulfill everything that we have in our minds. And the imam is to lead, not to be led. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروا وتوبوا إليه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله على إحسانه وشكر له على توفيقه وامتنانه، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله تعظيما لشانه، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله الداعي إلى رضوانه. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على عبدك ورسولك محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Brothers and sisters, again, this masjid, this community, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless everyone here, has gone through a very difficult time, very challenging time in the past year or so, or maybe 2 years now. And we want to think about the past being past. Anything that happened in the past, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to let it go. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala judge people accordingly. But for us, for the purpose of moving this masjid and this community forward, we have to let that, what happened in the past, really in our back, behind us, and not really take that into just more argument and more fight or dispute or whatever. Brothers and sisters, we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. This masjid serves thousands of Muslims, thousands. And you can just look around and see how many people attend just for the khutbah prayer, and we have 2 of them, and every one of them is fully packed. Brothers and sisters, you know what? Wallahi, if we do even better job, we can have 5 times Jumah prayers and everyone will be packed. I know and I understand the concerns and some of the issues that many people are actually raising. And the only way we can go and move forward is if we leave our personal stuff behind and just go and move forward and give the benefit of doubt. Now, inshallah, of course, we will have new people, fresh blood in the shura. And I hope that we will all be coming with fresh blood. We will be all coming, inshallah, with that intention that, inshallah, we want to do better for this community. We want to do something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be pleased with in the Day of Judgment. Brothers and sisters, I can tell you a few things here. We as a community need to be united. And unless we are united, we can't do anything. And this unity will only happen if we have the minimum level of giving others the benefit of doubt. If we have the minimum level of this true Islamic brotherhood or love that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked us to have. Brothers and sisters, we can't have that if we just keep thinking about the past and what happened in the past. Leave that behind you, brothers and sisters, and start really a new and fresh page, inshallah. The other things I want to say, in this community, we have so many plans, inshallah, that can, inshallah, enrich this community and move it way better than how it is now. Among these is really unity. Another one is really bringing people back to the masjid. I have heard many people who stopped coming to the place because they said, I don't want to be part of the arguments. I don't want to be part of the dispute. I don't want to be part of any of that. And brothers and sisters, I know if I were in their position, I perhaps would say the same. And anyone would say the same. But unless we do our best effort to reconciliate and fix things, then no one will fix them. And that's our opportunity now, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, this is the most important ask that I'm actually asking you sincerely on this member that I'm standing on now, that we really need to have this love and give the people the benefit of doubt and just move forward and leave the past behind us. Brothers and sisters, the masjid has been going through some recent changes, alhamdulillah, in terms of the programs that are being offered. One of the things that we have been trying to do is to connect this Muslim community with the broader Muslim community here in Maryland, in the United States, and all over the world. Alhamdulillah, we've been getting the pleasure and honor to have some of the other mosque imam to come and address here in different khutbahs. We've been able to bring some people to talk about and address the issues of our Muslim brothers in different places of the world. In Palestine, we had it in China, and inshallah soon we will have it about Yemen and Rohingya in Bangladesh and so on. This will be an ongoing thing, inshallah. And the purpose of that is not only to unite Muslims here, but unite Muslims all over the world. We need to feel, we need to understand, we need to believe that we are just one organ in this whole Muslim body, and we have to feel their concerns. We have to have this feeling that we are united in that one body, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask us about how much we were helpful to other Muslims wherever they are. Brothers and sisters, we have more educational programs that are coming. Alhamdulillah, this coming Sunday, we will have a very great and unique program for the sisters that is coming, inshallah. We have Ustadha Iman Badr, who will be leading that. So it will be a sister, led program. It's going to be about explaining the 40 Nawawi Hadith, inshallah. This is going to be starting this Sunday. It will be every other Sunday, and we have all the details, inshallah, on the advertisement, on the announcements. But we have also a Monday program right after Salat al-Isha where we explain from Sahih al-Bukhari. You know, Sahih al-Bukhari is the most authentic book after Quran. Most of us, when we hear this term Sahih al-Bukhari, we can't even remember a single hadith from Sahih al-Bukhari. People always say Sahih Bukhari, but when it comes to asking them, okay, do you know any hadith from Sahih Bukhari in particular, they would say, maybe this, but I'm not sure. But this is an opportunity to see what it means to read from Sahih al-Bukhari, and how Imam al-Bukhari rahimahullah ta'ala has made this giant effort to create this book and compile the ahadith of Rasulullah in a way that is the most authentic way after the Quran al-Kareem. On Wednesday, we are doing the signs of the hour, the signs of the Day of Judgment, which is actually an Aqidah class another 15 minutes right after Salat al-Isha, and in that one you are really reading through things, or you are listening through things that you perhaps never heard about in the past. Like, for example, what it means, what are the over 50 signs of the Day of Judgment that the Rasul ﷺ has told about, which are part of the unseen world, because at his time none of that was expected. Some of them we already started to see, others are yet to be seen. On Friday is when we have this, alhamdulillah, the Tafsir in Action program, where we are reflecting upon the first revelation of Quran, the first 5 surahs that were revealed in Quran, and how that should be making implication in our daily life. Brothers and sisters, that's an hour, 1 hour after Salat al-Isha, and it is like you can call it hands-on on the tafsir of the Quran, especially on those surahs. Surah Al-Alaq, Surah Noon wal-Qalam wa ma yasturun, Al-Muzammil, Al-Muddathir, and then Surah Al-Masad. Those were the first surahs that were revealed in Quran. Brothers and sisters, those are just beginning. And inshallah, by the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then by the help of everyone here, we can do way more. And that's why, inshallah, we are having a survey that will be sent to everyone through an email, to say, what are the areas you can help? What expertise can you offer and can you provide to the Muslims in this community? Inshallah, that is coming soon, and I hope that everyone will participate and show that that we can do something different, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, there is a big potential here. And I see those, alhamdulillah, happy and smiley, and also very blessed faces that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us here in this masjid. So we have everything that is required to make a great progress and to make a big change, inshallah, here. Let us ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless the efforts and unite us all and make us steadfast in this religion until we meet Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات. إلهنا ومولانا وخالقنا ورازقنا، نسألك يا الله أن تجمع كلمتنا على الحق. اللهم اجمع كلمتنا على الحق، اللهم اجمع كلمتنا على الحق. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم يا مولانا ويا خالقنا ويا رازقنا، نسألك بأسمائك الحسنى وصفاتك العلى أن توفقنا إلى كل خير. اللهم يا ربنا أزل عن قلوبنا كل نفاق. اللهم يا ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا. اللهم لا تجعل بيننا وبين الذين آمنوا غلا. يا أرحم الراحمين، أبعد عنا النفاق، اللهم أبعد عنا الغل والحسد. اللهم يا ربنا أبعد عنا كل ما لا يرضيك يا أكرم الأكرمين. اللهم يا ربنا أصلح لنا نفوسنا، أصلح لنا نياتنا، اللهم أصلح لنا قلوبنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. إلهنا أحينا مسلمين، اللهم توفنا مؤمنين، اللهم ألحقنا بالصالحين غير خزايا ولا مفتونين. اللهم إنا نسألك يا رحمن يا رحيم، بعد أن جمعتنا في هذا المكان، أن تتقبل منا وأن تجعل خير أعمالنا خواتيمها وخير أيامنا يوم نلقاك وأنت راض عنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. إلهنا ومولانا وخالقنا، أصلح لنا دنيانا التي فيها معاشنا، وأصلح لنا آخرتنا التي إليها معادنا. اللهم إنا نسألك لإخواننا المستضعفين في سبيلك في كل مكان، اللهم يا ربنا كن لهم، اللهم كن لهم، اللهم كن لهم. إلهنا لا تؤاخذنا بما فعل السفهاء منا. اللهم يا ربنا حرر لنا الأقصى الشريف، اللهم حرر لنا الأقصى الشريف. اللهم يا ربنا ارزقنا جميعا الصلاة فيه، يا ربنا ارزقنا جميعا الصلاة فيه، يا ربنا ارزقنا جميعا الصلاة فيه يا أرحم الراحمين يا أكرم الأكرمين. اللهم يا ربنا لا تحرمنا، اللهم يا ربنا آتنا، اللهم آثرنا ولا تؤثر علينا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فاذكروا الله العظيم الجليل يذكركم، واشكروه على نعمه يزدكم، ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، قد قامت الصلاة، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر، الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله.
استووا اعتدلوا. Straighten your line. بارك الله فيكم. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ مسفرة وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم. الله أكبر.